The church is the people of God who are joined heirs together with Christ. But these men want to make it about a building. This idea or concept of the church being a building didn't even exist in the first century. The first century church never dedicated buildings for worship. This concept came hundreds of years after. The first century church chose to gather together in each other's homes. But pastors today, they need the buildings because it provides four walls that they can place you in to control and manipulate all those who enter it. Because their house means their rules. No, I am not saying that the concept or idea of having a dedicated building for worship is entirely a bad thing. But the purpose of it has been distorted and has now become, as Jesus said in Matthew 21 verse 13, you make it a den of robbers. See guys, the problem is that majority of pastors with their churches today are not being guided by the Holy Scriptures. For them, it is not the sole authority for faith and for practice. How they operate today is by their own feelings and by their own personal opinions, resulting in the church being led by whatever the pastor says and not what the scriptures say. And in so doing, they build their own man-made rules and their own set of man-made practices that steer people towards them and not to Christ. So for those of you who are still being naive and following after these men, you need to wake up because your very soul is at stake, because those who follow after false prophets and false teachers will get a false prophet and false teacher's reward.